Hello my dear friends, you're on the Military Summary channel. In this short update we're going to discuss events that took place during the previous 10 hours. And first we're going to start with Bakhmut. And as you can see, the Russians' deployment map are saying that as a result of clashes during the previous 10 hours, the Russians managed to develop their bridgehead in the south of Azom steel plant. This pink cloud is the progress. As you can see, the progress is not so big. But anyways, we discussed in the previous videos, a lot of Western sources and Ukrainian sources are saying that the entire central part is in the gray zone. For now, it's very difficult to determine what exactly is happening there, but I believe that the Russians are pushing and the Ukrainians took a decision to step back. Another evidence of that is that the Ukrainians, as a result of clashes during the previous days, they took a decision to destroy another bridge that located on that connected the western part and the central part of Bakhmut. That means, as you can see, if you remember, when the Russians were attacking the north part and so on, the Ukrainians were destroying the bridges as well, because they understood that they were going to step back. So I believe that destroying of the bridge on the north of the western part is evidence of the fact that Ukrainians did really take a decision to step back from the central part of Bakhmut. Furthermore, the Russian sources published another video of attack of Azom steel plant in the north part of Bakhmut. As a result of that attack, this area was destroyed and ruined. The Russians and the Ukrainians either haven't provided any numbers of losses, and it's very difficult to determine who controlled that area during that attack. But based on the fact that that attack was done by using the point or точка U missiles, I believe that Ukrainians attacked this area, and I believe that Wagnerians were located in that building. But for now, one more time, we haven't received any numbers of losses. Now let's move further to the south and let's discuss Avdiivka, because there are also some events took place during the previous 10 hours. The Russians published a video of a storm of Ukrainian forces in the vicinity of Vadiane bridgehead, so from the north, from Severny in direction of Vadiane. Furthermore, the Institute of Study of War have already updated their map, showing that maybe there is some progress in this area. As you can see, the progress is not so big, but anyway, as a result of that counter-offensive operation over the 36th Marine Brigade Ukrainian, the Ukrainians managed to enter and to split the Russian defense orders that were moving from Vadiane in direction of Severny. It's not a big deal, but it's now the Russians need to spend more days, another week or maybe another few days, to push the Ukrainians back from this bridgehead. The Ukrainian sources also are saying that the Russians managed to accumulate and collect a very powerful attack fist in the vicinity of Verkhnetaretska, and this is a very big problem for the Ukrainians, because as far as I understand, the Ukrainians don't know, or at least can't be for 100% sure, which direction these forces and the Russians are going to use for the upcoming attack. Because when talking about the logistic perspective, we understand that the most logical way is to complete the encirclement of Bakhmut. But from the other side, the Russians are able to attack the Ukrainians also in direction along the N20 road to encircle Toretsk and to complete not just encirclement of Bakhmut but Toretsk New York agglomeration. Furthermore, the Russians are able to attack from this area in direction of Keramik and Achertina and try to develop their attack further in direction of Pokrovsk. And of course, the third way is to cut and to encircle Avdiivka completely. So there are at least three directions that the Russians are able to use, and I believe that the Ukrainians don't understand, and at least they can't be for 100% sure what exactly the Russians are going to do. And of course, this reduced the Ukrainians' mobility and flexibility, because to be on the safe side, they need to have forces everywhere, and the Toretsk New York agglomeration and the vicinity of Achertina, and to secure Avdiivka and so on. So this is a very big problem because of the lack and absence of big reserves that Ukrainians are able to use in this area. Furthermore, the Russians are saying that as a result of clashes during the previous 10 hours, the Ukrainians made another counter-offensive operation in Marinka, trying to push the Russians back of the central street, and as a result of that attack, the Russian sources are saying that Ukrainians lost around 10 soldiers from the Ukrainian side. So the Ukrainians lost around 10 soldiers as a result of that attack. And that's it about these short updates. Military Summer channel reminds to condemn any violence in Ukraine. Thank you for your watching. Subscribe to my channel, put your likes, join my Patreon. Have a good day. Bye bye.